Firstly, we'll be abolishing all stamp duty for first home buyers on existing and new homes. Previously it was only on new homes, so it's on existing and new homes up to $650,000, no stamp duty whatsoever, but discounts up to $800,000. And to put that into perspective, the median apartment cost or price in Greater Sydney is $700,000. That means half of all units in Greater Sydney cost $700,000. So this clearly puts first home buyers in the game. We'll also be abolishing stamp duty charged on lenders' mortgage insurance, which is often required by banks when they're lending to first home buyers. This could save up to $2,900 in addition to those stamp duty concessions. We're also going to be doubling the foreign investor surcharge from 4% to 8%, and that's on stamp duty, but also, of course, on land tax for foreign investors from 0.75% to 2% on land tax. We're also, in order to give new home buyers an advantage against investors, removing stamp duty concessions for investors purchasing off the land. Currently, if you're a local investor purchasing off the land, off the plan, you got a concession. We're no longer doing that to make sure first home buyers have a more competitive advantage against investors. We're also committing $3 billion in infrastructure funding. We know that supply is key. We do need more housing to put downward pressure on prices. But we also know that when you are putting in extra supply, you need to have extra infrastructure. You need to make sure communities have the roads, the rail, but also social infrastructure to make sure those precincts get all the infrastructure they need. We're also going to allow for the fast tracking of approvals for well-designed dwellings such as terraces, townhouses, manor homes, dual occupancy. We want to make sure there's choice for everybody in the community as to what kind of dwelling they want to live in. We also do want to see greater use of independent panels for councils, and both in Sydney and in some regional areas, to ensure DAs are done efficiently and ensure the integrity of the planning process. The Minister for Planning, after community consultation, will be coming back to define exactly how those independent panels will work and where they will work, but there's no doubt that they need to form a greater part of the planning process. I'm also pleased to say that today we launched the second phase of our social and affordable housing plan. In March, we announced an extra up to 2,200 dwellings would be provided through the fund we'd established, and today we announced phase 2 of our social and affordable housing fund.